Hey guys, I've got a Jeep Cherokee, I believe. A Trailhawk, I don't know. It's a family friend's car, and I'm trying to put new battery terminals on it here. Now, the factory terminals, as you're probably aware, look something like this. This is the positive one. These two leads are held onto it with two 10mm nuts, which I took off. And then this just came off. That's not really a big deal, but all right. But the negative terminal here is an issue I've run into now. There's a 90-degree bend in it right here where it's formed onto the factory terminal, and there's not enough slack even with taking that retainer off way down there. I can't move the harness up enough to put an aftermarket terminal on here, so I'm going to have to figure something out and then drop everything. And I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride. Okay. All right, these are some $10 terminals off of Amazon that I bought. I'm actually pretty happy with the quality on them. And it looks like there's a lot of provisions to take these bolts off and line stuff like these up and then run the bolt back down on it. So that should be easy enough. In the plan of attack here, I think, at least right now, I'm going to cut with my cutoff wheel right in between these two studs. And then take this stud and either figure out a way to maybe take a bolt off and then run it through the hole that it creates when I take the bolt out. You know, that hole right there. But if that stud right there is going to be too big to fit through that hole, I can either drill the hole out in here once I take the bolt out to fit that, or I can punch the stud through and then drill out the hole that then creates enough to fit down into with one of these bolts here. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, that was kind of a big mess of words there. I'll put a link to this in the description below. So comes with these if you need it. All right, so I'm going to take my angle grinder with the shield taken off of it here, and just with one hand and not supporting this, I'm going to no, I'm just kidding, don't listen to me. I supported it with both ends with my hands here, and that's what it looks like when I cut it, the terminal there. And if you want a healthier option other than chewing on potato chips, I like spaghetti. Wow, you can't make this up. It's the exact same thread pitch and diameter as the terminals there, the bolts that come on this. All right, so I think my plan is going to be find a drill bit that's slightly larger than that. Just cut the threads out of that hole, the one where my index finger is touching right now. That way I can just slide the stud right up through it. And as you can see here, it's going to have enough threads poking out once that's done to get a nut on it. Now this nut's got the serrated teeth on it, so that'll give a nice bite and promote good electrical connection. All right, guys, I got this thing kind of not super tight, but clamped down into the vise. I don't want to squish it or anything. It's not the strongest metal in the world, but this is just a random drill bit. I set it up in there. It's right about the same size. It's not rocket science. You don't have to have a specific size. I don't even see a size on this one, but I'm just going to go ahead and let her eat. There you go. That ought to be good enough. Let's take her back to the Trailhawk. And you can just barely see that one hole, just slightly larger. This is going to work great. It's still a little snug, but I could probably get it together, but I'll get a larger drill bit and just run it through one more time, or, you know, just waller it out a little more with that other one I had. There, now you can clearly see how much more wallered out that hole is than the other ones. Wallered out. That's like a real word, did you know that? That's not just me saying stuff. I'm going to intentionally leave this hook portion over on this side so that I have enough room to tighten it down, because otherwise it's going to be in the way on this ridge on the battery here. Might have to give it a little tap to get down on the terminal. That's how tight this one is. The factory ones I had on here, they were so loose. And oh, that stud went right through that hole there. So running that 10mm nut down on it. And let's go ahead and get this down on here. Let's save the positive for last. Rubber mallet. Don't hit it too hard. You don't want the plates inside here to disintegrate from all the impacting. All right, I'm going to grab this and kind of snug it up a little bit, enough to where I'll be able to kind of just cinch down like. All right, so getting this snugged up. You might even want to get you a pair of pliers to grab on that and turn it clockwise. Basically, you want to get it to where right about here it starts to get good and snug, where it just kind of locks down like that, nice and firm. Right now, it's still too loose right here, so you want this to be released as you tighten this. And do not forget that 10mm nut. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and snug that down now so I don't forget. If I can do that. There we go. Got a pair of pliers. Might need to hold this in with one hand and with the other hand clockwise. All right, I got her snug down a good bit. Might need to touch up the paint a little bit. Goodness gracious. But as you can see here, got a decent amount of pressure on it. You could probably get a little more snug, but as you see here, that it's not rotating, so that's good and tight. So I push that aside to the right there to get it out of the way so it doesn't hit the hood, which it's not going to do anyway, but you know, it's not going to hit anything at all then. So, and on the other side, I'm just going to take these two right here off and just run the bolts through here and fasten them down into here. Easy enough. Got all that taken off of that one, so I'm going to go ahead and just test fit it here. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, just you can get them to reach. Do be mindful. This is going to close the circuit, and you might have power going through here at that point, so you may consider doing this off the vehicle here, off the battery. Do be mindful. The kit comes with 2 long screws, which is what I accidentally used there, and 2 short ones. I'm going to use the short ones because the long ones are for when you have that clamp on the top here. That thing right here. There's a long one. So that it'll go through the top of the clamp and have enough room to go into the threads. But we're not using this right here, so we don't want a long screw because it might start running into the battery when we're tightening it. So, all right, boys, you got to be a little cumbersome with this right here, but here's what I've got going on. If you want to, which I might here in a second, get your cutoff wheel again. Might just cut off this whole area where there's a stud. It's just getting in the way. And you might just cut this little corner off so that it's not touching this. And likewise with this, just carefully cut the corners off if you want to, or you can just work with what you got. I'm working with what I got here. Snug these down. I am holding this terminal with one hand, and with my right hand, I'm getting this good and tight. Getting both of these real tight. There we go. Good and tight. You don't want these coming loose on you. Now we just repeat what we did over here. Does that sound good, buddy? There we go. That one goes down a little easier, but time to go ahead and straighten this out. Rotate this and get it snug, and you'll be able to tighten it down. All right, get that snug down there, and yeah, there we go. It could stand to get a little tighter. But basically, you see that? So I'm still able to move that around a little bit. That's not tight enough. And also you can grab this and move it a little bit. So the end result is you don't want to be able to move the terminal, and you don't want to be able to have slop in this, like the first thing I showed you there. Make sure you hold that lever still. If it's spinning like that, it's not doing much. All right, I could start to feel some resistance there. So yeah, there we go. Oh, wonderful. No, I hit the grass. All right, so it's a little better. Getting my way there. Anyway, when you're done, make sure you go back through. Make sure these are real tight. Real tight. Get your Allen wrench on it. Ah, there we go. Just about a couple of grunts there. And that's a 10 millimeter. Okay. It's getting there. Just about there. But that does conclude it there, you guys. All right. Hope this video helps you out. This is how to install universal battery terminals on your Jeep Trailhawk Cherokee thingy that come with these goofy things. And yeah, once again, all I did was cut that and drill out the hole there. And that's the only modification I did. Other than that, I mean, I mentioned cutting these if you want it to look pretty. I mean, it's perfectly functional as it is. So, hope this helps you out. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to put these on. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's not a big deal if you don't. They don't really do anything anyway. If the battery terminals are going to leak up around here, they're going to get through that and corrode the terminals anyway. So have yourself a great day. Okay. Bye.